Graduates, please be seated. Good morning. Thank you for celebrating with us the commencement ceremony of the 19th class of the Las Vegas Academy, the class of 2012. I am Daniel Dominguez, the first Vice President of the Las Vegas Academy Student Council. Please stand and join me in the recitation of the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing as the Academy singers, under the direction of Ms. Megan Frankie, sing the national anthem.
Gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red lights kept bursting.
You may be seated. Thank you.
Martinez, Deputy Superintendent, and Mr. Pat Skorkowski,
Good morning, ladies
Associate
and gentlemen.
Superintendent.
I am Melissa
Thank you all
Yanga,
for taking time from your busy
Historian
day
of the
to...
Las Vegas Academy Student Council.
Thank you for attending our commencement ceremony today. Dr. Linda Young is our representative from District C to the Clark County Board of Trustees. Thank you for sharing your afternoon with us, Ms. Young. We are also proud to have in attendance today Dr. Michael Barton, Academic Manager, Ms. Kelly Bucheri, Magnet Schools Academic Manager, Mr. Pedro Martinez, Deputy Superintendent, and Mr. Pat Skorkowski, Associate Superintendent. Thank you all for taking time from your busy day to be with us. And now here is Zachary Fisher, President of the Las Vegas Academy Student Body.
Thank you. It's great to be here today. With all due respect to the office of the President of the United States, James Buchanan is often cited as the absolute worst leader that this nation has ever had the misfortune of electing. During my time as student body president, I have often said to myself, don't worry, Zach, you can't mess it up as bad as Buchanan. Now that my year is done, I'm not so sure about that. But here's what I am sure of. Every single graduate in this room will go on to achieve greatness. And let me assure you that I don't say these things simply because they're expected of me. I say these words because I mean them wholeheartedly. Each of us had a unique high school experience, but there is a shared sense of compassion and community which transcends any other differences that the students at the Las Vegas Academy might have. That is what makes me exceptionally proud to have attended such an institution. And that is why I truly consider it an honor to have been a representative of our school. Now, I'd like to leave you with a few words of wisdom from a true American hero, Buckaroo Banzai, who famously said, "Wherever you go, there you are." Friends, we have all gone through the high school experience, and now we find ourselves on the precipice of receiving our diplomas. I offer only one piece of humble advice. Don't be a Buchanan. Thank you. And here's Dina Mustakim, the first of our 12 valedictorians, all tied at a perfect 4.8 grade point average for the past 4 years.
Graduating class of 2012, we are forever the legacy of LVA. We can all breathe a sigh of relief. We have made it through the past 4 years. We face difficult times, but take comfort in memories we will have forever. We have conformed to the standards of high school, but now we finally have the opportunity to stretch our wings and discover the world that lies before us. We have the freedom to decide who we want to be, because at this moment, the future stands before us, just outside these doors. We have the ability to create meaningful lives for ourselves. We are the visionaries and the intellectuals, the artists and the healers, and the dreamers of the future. In The Great Gatsby, F. Scott Fitzgerald once wrote, "Tomorrow we will run faster, stretch out our arms farther, because that is what we are meant to do." No matter where life takes us, these past 4 years at Las Vegas Academy will always remain a glorious part of our past and forever have an impact on our future. So, fellow graduates, go. Go follow your dreams. Go be excellent and go embrace the future. Congratulations. Thank you. Now I have the pleasure of introducing my fellow valedictorian, Daniel Dominguez.
When I first sat down to think about what I wanted to say in this speech, a million different ideas rushed into my mind, but one stood out the most. It was the epigraph to A Portrait of the Artist as a Young Man by James Joyce, and it read, "Et ignotas animam diminite in artes naturomaca nueta." Now, when I first read this to myself, I only had one thing in my mind. I don't know Latin. So after a quick trip to the internet, I read that the quote roughly translates to, "And he sets his mind to the unknown arts and changes the laws of nature." I realized that this one quote encapsulates what LVA seniors are about to do in the world after they leave this room. We have spent 4 years studying the known arts. And now that we have mastered them, we must go forth and create the masterpieces we are destined to make. We must go and change the laws of nature so that when people ask us what we do, we don't say solely, "I'm an artist." We must go so that we are able to say, "I innovate, I create, I dream." Las Academy, class of 2012, we are the innovators. We are the creators. We are the dreamers. So now, let us set our mind to the unknown arts, go boldly into the future, and change the laws of not only nature, but of the world. Thank you. Now I have the pleasure of introducing our next valedictorian, Rachel Lepore.
After 4 long years of studying, working hard, and spending more time at rehearsals than in our beds, we're done. 4 years of learning, of fighting to improve ourselves, and of growing has brought us to not necessarily an end, but a new beginning. Well, this beginning is different for all of us. Some of us are going to college and others are going straight to work. Many of us have no idea what we're doing, and that's fine too. The point is that even if we all go off in crazy different directions, we all still started at the same place, here. So look back at the old freshman you, the one who probably knew 3 people coming to the school and got lost constantly, and smile because you're so much older. Now, those who are going to college, look forward to the new freshman you, the one who probably knows 3 people going to the same college and will get lost constantly. It's the circle of life, and lost or not, it will bring us to the path unwinding, the one in front of us, waiting to be explored. Finally, I'd just like to give a quick thank you to everyone who has helped and supported me, especially my family, who is, in my very biased opinion, the best family that anyone could ever ask for. I love you guys. Thank you, everyone, and congratulations. Here next is Rachel Rorta, my fellow valedictorian.
Before I begin, I'd like to thank a few influential people in my life. Mom, Dad, Carolyn, Grandma, McKenna, Casey, and Tommy. I love you all very much, and you are so amazing. Also, none of this could have been possible without God's many blessings in my life. Now for my speech. Here at LVA, we're all a little weird, and I'll be the first to admit it. Therefore, the fact that I'm going to be talking about my favorite movie, Free Willy, the first one, should not surprise you. Just like Willy, we are about to be separated from our loved ones and encounter foreign things. Willy learned new tricks and adjusted to life on his own, and we too will adjust and shine like the stars we are. Just as Willy created a lasting companionship with Jessie, the relationships I've created here I will never forget. The 5, you know who you are. Our time here at LVA has been a blast, but now it is time to take inspiration from Willy and break free. We may feel like our life is just beginning, but we still have to confidently jump over that stone wall and dive into a sea of new adventures. When Ray asked Randolph, "You ever see him jump that high?" he replied, "Things can happen." And things have happened here at LVA. Never underestimate how high you can jump. Thank you. Now here is my fellow valedictorian, Gabrielle Brereton.
Stories. We all spend our lives telling them about this, about that, about people. Some stories are so good that we'd wish they'd never end. They're so gripping that we'll go without sleep just to see a little bit more. Some stories bring us laughter and some bring us tears. But isn't that what a great story does? Makes you feel? And then there are some stories that make you feel so powerfully that they really are with you forever. I can't even begin to describe how many of those stories I have saved up inside my mind after these past 4 years. Each of us has something that we can look back upon in our high school career and smile about. We have these stories of our amazing friends, of fantastic adventures and wonderful triumphs to help us as we take these first steps into our own lives. And even as the years pass and the memories become foggy and the details start to fade, we'll still remember the feelings that those stories and times gave us, because that is something that can never be erased. So thank you, LVA. Thank you all for helping me to create these memories and for making these some of the best years of my life. Now here's my fellow valedictorian, Jessica Browning.
High school can't truly be captured in a minute. It requires something more substantial, like 4,100 pages, because high school is a lot like Harry Potter. In Sorcerer's Stone, Harry's chief concern is fitting in, not being the worst at magic, and primarily not being a Hufflepuff. He doesn't want fame or power, he simply wants acceptance. Sophomore year is like Order of the Phoenix, where we really started to notice the things that made us different, but we weren't ready to accept them just yet. Let's just say the 5th book is no one's favorite. But then, by junior year, But then, by junior year, we stopped fighting what made us different and learned to accept it. And finally, senior year. At first, it seems like there's too much to do with college apps, AP classes, and requirements for our majors. In Deathly Hallows, it seems like it's going to be impossible for Harry to destroy all of the Horcruxes. But we got it done because somewhere along the way, we became adults. We learned that if you sit around and do nothing, nothing gets done. So now what? Here we are, graduating and leaving behind everything we've ever known. We've reached the end of this series, and now it's time to move on to the next one. It's exciting and it's terrifying because we don't know what's coming next. J.K. Rowling didn't write a book 8. But we do know who we are and that we have great family and friends who will always be there to support us. So for now, in the words of J.K. Rowling, let's finish this the way we started, together. Thank you, and I would now like to welcome Lindsay Dahl to the podium.
I once heard a student call the years here the best years of our lives. I've always loved this school, and I've called the students here the hippies of Las Vegas because we're revolutionaries and seekers and very odd, but accepting. To quote it as poet Andrea Gibson would, "If I get my own team, I'm picking everyone first. Even the worst kid, even the kid with a stutter like a scratching record, because I know all of us are scratched. We'll continue in some form to be kids, just having a blast. So are these the best years of our lives? Well, we haven't really shown our world what we can do yet. It'll be different for everyone now because it should be, and I hope you're ready and that it'll be great. This kind of feels like the finale of a favorite series, where if you cry, you better smile too, because it all happened. We've been through some firsts and lasts together, so if there's anything good you haven't said to someone, say it today. Good job. The decisions and mistakes made got you here with us. In Shakespeare's words, we few, we happy, we band of brothers. We that made it and have had that unique connection, we that have been blessed, and we that can't forget, since these have been some of the best years of our lives. Thank you, everyone." Here's my fellow valedictorian, Perry Tur.
As both a sophomore and a senior in high school, I was asked to write an I Am From poem. It is designed to bring your origins to light and explain what has made you who you are today. I'm from a single mother who approached every situation with a heightened level of sarcasm while still maintaining an aura of love. I am from the Allah Allahs and Nun Murams and lower lip biting from my Turkish family in response to my unconventional ways and unorthodox thoughts. I am from long walks with best friends, reminiscing of the past, handling the ever-complicating present, and hoping for the future. I'm from teachers' contagious passion, guiding me and instilling a great sense of appreciation within. I am from a dwindling amount of sleep, working 5 days a week to save up for college, while maintaining a spotless GPA and positions in multiple service organizations. I'm from falling asleep in class. But most of all, I'm from a school like none other, equipped with talented students, characters for teachers, and our fair share of ghosts. LVA has become a second home to us. It's where we put in 16-hour days, spent weekends at shows, ate countless amounts of Willy Burgers, and watched a dance rivalry unfold between Mr. Jackson and Mrs. Williams. I've had the time of my life at LVA. Thank you all for being a part of it. And now my fellow valedictorian, Zach Fisher.
Friends, teachers, families, it's my privilege to be able to share my thoughts with you this morning, and I sincerely thank you for your time and attention. Now, before I go on to deliver my words, I just want to issue a few quick warnings. So if you hear something you don't like, I suppose you're more than free to exit. This speech will contain witty anecdotes, chock full of humor, and laughable moments with memorable phrases that a good half of you will probably understand. This speech will try to make you cry with carefully placed euphemisms about the setting sun and how you should smile because it happened, not cry because it's over. This speech will be a call to action against the social injustices wreaking havoc in the world, in Africa and beyond. Have no doubt, dear, I have grand plans for this speech. Have no doubts, this will be the speech, the one that makes you cry, laugh, go, aw, that's sweet, and makes you want to confess your innermost feelings you have never told to anyone. This is what I will accomplish in my speech, a speech which is already nearly over. My time has passed, my minute has flown by, very much like these past 4 years, but I hold on very tightly to the memories, friendships, and most importantly, the lessons forever ingrained in my mind. After all, once your time is up, these intangible treasures are all that we truly have. Thank you for your time. And here is Daniel Gillespie.
When I found out I would be giving a speech today, I was really nervous. I have a fear of being unsuccessful. I've always wanted to be the best at everything I do in school, soccer, art, and life in general. But if I let fear hold me back, I will never get the chance to be successful or happy with anything I do. As one of my favorite artists, Salvador Dali, once said, "Have no fear of perfection, you'll never reach it." In other words, don't stress about being perfect. Instead, do what makes you happy and be satisfied with the outcome. For me, that means working as hard as I can in the classroom, whether or not I am good at that particular subject, giving 100% on the soccer field, win, lose, or draw, and like all of my talented classmates, pouring all I have into my artwork, even if I won't be the next Dali. I worked to overcome my fears, which has led to some of the greatest moments of my life, including the honor of giving this speech. Every day at LVA, I have been around some of the most diverse people who are strongly passionate about expressing themselves through the arts. So my advice for the class of 2012 is to never let the fear of being unsuccessful stop you from pursuing the things you are most passionate about. Thank you. I am pleased to introduce to you Dara Lasniak.
Perseverance. This is something that we are all too familiar with. Every day, we have to persevere. There's a lack of paper towels in the bathrooms, the 20-minute lines in the student store at lunch, and the overwhelming sewer aroma lurking in Fraser. Then there are those 2-hour lockdowns that always manage to happen during the worst period of the day, the dreaded Orla, and the constant fear of dress code violations. For us ladies, we have to deal with the depressing ratio of girls to boys, and for those of us that are not dancers, the fact that we do not have the body of a dance major. But LVA has challenged us in more serious ways. Trying to balance our majors with schoolwork, clubs, and extracurriculars has been a struggle for all of us. The fact that we are sitting here today proves testimony to our hard work, determination, and perseverance. Even though we may have been frustrated along the way, LVA has helped us reach our full potential, has helped us become educated, confident, mature leaders ready to take on the world. Now for a few thanks. Thank you, teachers, for your dedication to our graduating class. Thank you, parents and family, for your unconditional love and support. And most of all, thank you, fellow graduates, for a wonderful 4 years. I will fondly look back on our time together. As Julius Caesar said, Veni, Vini, Vici. We came, we saw, and we conquered. So congratulations, class of 2012. Now here is Rachel Wright, our final valedictorian to speak.
Hello, it is an honor to be here in front of all of your bright and shining faces. Just hang in there as I try to grace you with everlasting wisdom in the next 50 seconds. I know that we've all complained about LVA in these 4 long years, but honestly, where would we be without this place? I know that I probably would have crumbled at any ordinary high school, but because of LVA's unique environment, we stand here in all of our awesomeness, ready to conquer any challenge that the future may want to throw our way. We're all going to take different paths after tonight. Some of us don't quite know which path to go down. Don't worry, though. You're awesome. You will figure it out. And if you think you can't, just ask yourself, what would Sherlock do? No, seriously. It's impossible to go wrong with that sort of thinking. It's what landed me here. Best of luck, class of 2012. Please welcome to the podium our salutatorian, Krista Parker.
Good morning, Academy students, teachers, and staff. I'd like to begin with a quotation from my all-time favorite movie, Legally Blonde. Las Vegas Academy class of 2012, we did it! Right now, I am Elle Woods, and we are the Harvard Law School graduating class of 2004. Well, not really. But after thinking about our unique high school experience here at LVA, passion is our driving force. It lives in our heads and in our hearts. And like Elle, we pursue with passion. My passion came from this year's dance drama, Touched, and my Elements 2 class. They're what kept me coming to school when my senioritis was more than severe. But more importantly, my passion is the reason that I am now headed off to Muhlenberg College in Pennsylvania next fall to fulfill the next chapter in my life. Passion is encouraged and enhanced by those around us, friends, parents, and teachers. My mom, my dad, Ms. Huggins, Ms. Lazenby, Ms. Schwacke, my Elements 2 class, Corey, Noelle, and Meredith are my ultimate inspirations for everything. They have always told me that I can be whoever I want to be and that I can do whatever I want to do. We are now Las Vegas Academy alumni and the only ever class of 2012. So, class of 2012, I leave you with a few bits of advice. Eat dessert first, live in the moment, and enjoy the ride. It's been an honor to be a part of this unique group of people. You are all forever in my heart. Thank you so much. Now I would like to introduce Chelsea Young, our senior class president.
Good morning. I am Chelsea Young, and I've had the pleasure of serving as your 2012 senior class president. Graduation day is a day to mark a tremendous accomplishment. We could not have come to this day without a lot of hard work. There have been days when we felt as though we could not continue, and yet we did. The moment when we are called up to stage to receive our diplomas, resplendent in our caps and gowns, is a moment to savor. We have done numerous research papers, class projects, and last-minute major assignments. We have lost sleep, missed dinner, and yet still continue to go after what's really important. Whether it's to become the best dancer, actor, technician, singer, musician, artist, or student council officer. We have worked hard, and today is the day we are recognized for our accomplishments. We came to LVA inexperienced and aspired to be the best masters of our passions. I had a burning passion to become a leader, to work in student government. I have thoroughly enjoyed being your senior class president. Now today, we leave knowing that we've accomplished much and yet still have so much to learn. We cannot lose what has now have been given to us. For me, this means more opportunities to lead groups, perhaps even in government. From each step, whether success or failure, we learn. Today, it may only be a high school diploma, a wiser and better you, or an opportunity to hone your natural-born talent. But that achievement is yours forever. Now go on and take on the world. Congratulations, class of 2012.
Thank you, Mr. Downey, Mrs. Frankie, Philharmonic, and choir members. I now have the pleasure of welcoming to the podium our principal, Mr. Scott Walker.
Good morning, parents, students, family, faculty, and friends. Welcome, Board of Trustee Dr. Linda Young, Associate Superintendent Pat Skorkowski, Performance Zone 8 Academic Manager Dr. Mike Barton, and Magnet Schools Academic Manager Ms. Kelly Bucheri. It is an honor and a privilege to address the class of 2012. This year has flown by, and I am thankful for the dedicated faculty and staff of the Las Vegas Academy, the support of parents and community, and especially the seniors for making my first year at the Academy so remarkable. A graduation ceremony is always such a special occasion, the culmination of years of hard work, the actualization of goals attained, and the acknowledgement of successes achieved. As I contemplated the message I wanted to share this morning, I recalled the lyrics of a song from a famous Broadway musical that I recently heard being sung from Senior Malia Savetz in the corridor of Main Hall. I've invited her to come forward and sing a section of that song.
It well may be that we will never meet again in this lifetime. So let me say before we part, so much of me is made of what I learned from you. You'll be with me like a handprint on my heart. And now whatever way our stories end, I know you have rewritten mine by being my friends. Like a ship blown from its mooring by a wind off the sea. Like a seed dropped by a skybird in a distant wood. Who can say if I've been changed for the better? But because I knew you, I have been changed for good.
Thank you, Malia. Las Vegas Academy, class of 2012. I stand before you today a better person because I knew you. The first student I met at LVA was dancer Kyle. He did a few grand jetés across the parking lot to introduce himself to the new principal. Actor Jesse helped me push a trash can around at lunchtime and reminded students with a sincere smirk, remember, a clean campus is a happy campus. Artist Christine was allowed to hang her censored painting in the gallery after enlightening me how the work was a visual and emotional extension of who she was. Musician and President Zach, with his bombastic yet effervescent delivery of the daily announcements, put a smile on my face. Jazz screecher Edgar and his trumpet took me to new spheres. The last week of school, musician and author Gabby so eloquently shared her English essay, I Am From, reassuring me that we are sending mature, insightful, strong, focused, compassionate young adults into an unsettled world. In all your endeavors, whether you like it or not, you are leaving your effect on others. Set your goals high and strive to develop your skills and potential. But be careful how you measure your success. Being the best in the world does not necessarily guarantee that you will develop all your skills. It might simply mean that you have outshone others in rather limited areas and time frames. Here is the challenge for you. Rather than being the best in the world, strive to be the best for the world. By being the best for the world, you will constantly be challenged to independently develop your unique talents, and only you will be able to judge the success of your life. Also, by matching your unique skills to the challenges of the changing world, you will more likely live life to the fullest, and in so doing, help others to achieve their goals. If you choose to be the best for the world will become your teacher, and your growth won't be based on income, auditions, or trends. Your growth will be challenging, meaningful, fulfilling, and most importantly, lifelong. By striving to be the best for the world, you will guarantee that the gifts you have now will be fully realized, and that you will be a legacy, and that will be a legacy of which we will all be proud. That's the LVA way. Seniors, thank you for an excellent year. Well done. Thank you. Class of 2012, please arise. It is with great pleasure that I present to you the class of 2012, who have met the course of study prescribed by the State of Nevada and the Clark County School District Board of School Trustees. You may be seated. And now I have the distinct pleasure of introducing to you Dr. Linda Young, District C member of the Board of School Trustees.
Good morning, Las Vegas Academy graduating class of 2012, and special greetings to parents, guardians, grandparents, family, friends, and Clark County School District educators and staff, as well as our Las Vegas Academy faculty. Las Vegas Academy class of 2012, you've completed an important accomplishment in your young life. This was no easy feat. It took perseverance, focus, and just plain hard work to get where you are sitting this morning. You made sacrifices and had some hard choices that were not easy to do, but you did it. You are smart, just look at you, talented, creative, with personality plus. We want you to enjoy this special achievement, but your journey must continue toward greater successes. Now, this is advice season for our 2012 graduates, from those of us who have lived and worked the life that you will inherit. I have to tell you this little story. 4 people, a pilot, a professor, a pastor, and a hiker, were flying in a small plane when the engines died. The pilot said, "There are only 3 parachutes. Since this is my plane, I'm taking one of them." He put it on and jumped out. The professor said, "I'm smart, talented, creative, with personality plus, and the world needs me, so I'm taking a parachute." And he jumped out. Then the pastor told the hiker, "I don't want to be selfish, so you take the last parachute." The hiker replied, "There are still 2 left, so we each have one." The professor jumped out with my backpack instead of the parachute. So, the moral of the story is, you may be smart, creative, talented with personality plus, but always check to make sure that you have the right equipment as you travel through life, because things are not always as they appear. I'd like to share a few other tips with you to help you to achieve the greatness that we expect from you while navigating through life's many challenges. I call these life's don'ts. Don't. First don't. Don't spend time with the wrong people. You will learn that life is too short to spend time with people who suck the happiness out of you or help send you down the wrong path. If someone wants you in their life, they'll make room for you. You shouldn't have to fight for a spot. Never, ever insist yourself to someone who continuously overlooks your worth. Don't be someone you're not. One of the greatest challenges in life is being yourself in a world that's trying to make you like everyone else. Someone will always be prettier. Someone will always be smarter. Someone will always be stronger, but they will never be you. Don't change so people will like you. Be proud of your culture, your heritage, your language, your history, your background, your family. Be yourself and who you are meant to be, and the right people will like the real you. Don't be afraid to make a mistake, but always learn from your mistakes and try not to make the same ones twice. Because doing something and getting it wrong is at least 10 times more productive than doing nothing. You end up regretting the things you did not do far more than the things you did. Don't equate being loud and obnoxious with being strong and effective. Your real message will get lost in your delivery. Truly effective communication and strength are found in soft, balanced responses, cradled in kindness. Don't be ungrateful or arrogant. Have an attitude of gratitude. Be humble. No matter how good or bad you have it, wake up each day thankful for your life. Instead of thinking about what you're missing, try thinking about what you have and how truly blessed you are. And don't forget to thank God first. Remember, it is where you are headed, while not forgetting where you come from, that will determine where you end up. Again, my congratulations to the Las Vegas Academy graduating class of 2012. To the Las Vegas Academy administrators, our teachers, support staff, to the Clark County School District educators and staff, to our parents, guardians, grandparents, family, friends, and special guests. On behalf of the Clark County School District Board of School Trustees, I am especially proud and indeed honored to accept the Las Vegas Academy graduating class of 2012.
I'm just reading it. That's fine. I'll try to do this.
Thank you.
Daniel Dominguez.
Melissa Bella Yanga.
Zachary Fisher.
Dina Mustakim.
Rachel Alexandria Lepore.
Rachel Jean Rorda.
Gabrielle Brereton.
Jessica Nicole Browning.
Lindsay Alyssa Dahl.
Perihan Tur.
Danielle Lynn Gillespie.
Dara Lynn Lasniak.
Rachel Marie Wright.
Krista Marie Parker.
Chelsea Nicole Young.
Ashley Christine Stevens.
Kylene Therese Manning.
Samuel Acosta.
Asia Allen.
Ingrid Michelle Ayala.
Alexa Gabrielle Torabla Alonso.
Elise Rachel Davis.
Emily Catherine Anderson.
Stephen Matthew Gallegos.
Courtney Nicole Barth.
Moore.
Jaya Lodoris McCatherine.
Ariane David Pignac.
Kendra Isis McLaughlin.
Edna Denise Rivera.
Mota.
Aramiko Rodriguez.
Chelsea Marie Moya.
Brittany Reet Singh.
Dominique Nicole Nichols.
Cherish Ann Sullivan.
Haley Nicole Nenis.
Shelby Jean Khalib Tanui.
Brandon Lamar Petty.
Nicolette Christina Thomas.
Casey Micah.
Regina Villamore.
Leah Nicole Racine.
Alexis Marie White.
Whitney Chanel Ramirez Plouffe.
Miriam Ashman.
Cassidy Alexia Retanico.
Jamie Sanchez Estapa.
Takeda Lene Rice.
Ian Echo Faulkner.
Danielle Nicole Rice.
Akila Flood.
Laela Casey Rogers.
Curtis Patrick Fox.
Stephanie Sean Ronquillo.
Alexander James Henry.
Aaliyah Shanice Shepard.
Gladys Alberta Godoy.
Dushawn Lee Stiegel.
Reagan Catherine May.
Elisha Christine Zaney.
Claudia Bonnie Heck.
Jez Monet Nicole Tabak.
Monica Marie Ramos.
Kelly Ann Wittig.
Chantel Nicole Reynolds.
Taylor Ann Ombis.
Karina Statkovich.
Nathan Edward Asselin.
Tian N. Tan.
Brittany Chantel Butler.
Paige Alexandra Bentel.
Cody Alexander Pruitt.
Megan Coffey.
Teresa Claire Daly.
Haley Nicole Dobson.
Brasia Lee Davies Carter.
Hannah Lorraine Fox.
Tracy Ashley Echeverry.
Brianna Dawn Fuller.
Owens Brian Edge III.
Jasmine Rianne Glick.
Celso Omar Favela.
Nathan Allen Head.
Cody Taylor Furin.
Jordan Lagman.
Gabrielle Nicole Jean Castro.
Dane Michael Lindquist.
Stephen Daniel Gordon.
Elia Itzel Martinez.
Azia Joe Grantham.
Daniel Cubby John Morris.
Erica Leanne Green.
Luis Alexis Paniagua.
Hunter Lee Groman.
Esmeralda Rodriguez.
Jessica Aaron Gunther.
Alex Sanchez.
Helen Adiam Haile.
Sarah J. Warso.
Christopher Sean Hart Kavanaugh.
Jocelyn Ann Wizarkowski.
Bennett Paul Lovis.
Colleen Cecilia Albrecht.
Juan Pablo Macias.
Ileana Nicole Apostolova.
Michael James Mares.
Amanda Lydia Boschnagel.
Alejandro Marquez.
Janelle Vanessa Blanco Jean Bart.
Sean Albert McCrite.
Lillian Charisse Brown.
Jesse Richard Mesh.
Malia Catherine Savets.
Cheyenne Miller.
Ellery Ann Crevassier.
Rafael Alejandro Rico.
Devin Christine Fluker.
Nicholas Alexander Sanchez.
Natalie Ann Gabrielle.
Connor James Sears.
Summer Elizabeth Hall.
Brandon Bruce Taylor.
Jessica Ashley Hastings.
Marcus Jeffrey Tessiter.
Tori Charisse Imlaw.
Christian Veer Tran.
Faja Renee Jones.
Jared David Trejo.
Nicole Lindsay Kaplan.
Carissa Janae Webster.
Emma Faith Kraft.
Nicole Janae Welchold.
Taylor Eric Akihiko Laws.
Catherine Noel Wright.
Dominic Ryan Marcolongo.
Sarah Elaine Beatty.
Jesse Emmanuel Munoz.
Edward Jose Castillo.
Sydney Alana Murdoch.
Jonathan Houston Denman.
Sarah Joy Nicole Niederman.
Jessica Marie Devaney.
Ashley Nicole Nunez.
Miguel Jose Jimenez Cruz.
Alan Oswaldo Pays.
Aiden Brian Ketchum.
Glenn Michelle Pease.
John David Lloyd.
Gina Marie Portaro.
Padilla Reed Mills.
Weston Matthew Porter. Michaela Luray Potter.
David Osterhuber.
Carl Brandon Prado.
Malcolm Vernon Patchett.
Tiana Therese Quinn.
Raymond Jeremiah Reyes.
Ryan Mark Rasmussen.
Daniel Kenneth Rossi.
Dimon Dior Bernard Riley.
Edgar Miguel Salazar Franco.
Robert Michael Reardon.
Robert Charles Springs.
Scott Anthony Ritchie.
Randall John Stupka.
Taylor Ann Setniker.
Bryce Ashton Taylor.
Sarah Sue Shelton.
Brandon Michael Tooley.
Elliot Lee Shields.
Lorenzo Nicholas Muniz.
Stephen Lamar Small.
Martin Angel Tapia.
Dana Rose Smith.
Natalie Calais Ventek.
Maddie Kate Spruce.
Pamela Katie Bitkowski.
Jeremy Allen Taylor.
Frank Garth Bruni.
Jalen Alexander Wren.
Zoe Ariel Carlson.
Florence Lynn Awua.
Ramona Paula Chung.
Francesca Ann Balugtis.
Kayla Ann Connick.
Caitlin Jolene Benware.
Angelica Marie Crawford.
Melissa Antonia Bajorquez.
Andrew James Kirby.
Leslie Suhey Brambilla.
Dalton Joseph Davis.
Amber Lynn Brown.
Kelsey Jade Decker.
Dylan Christopher Baumgartner.
Kevin Brian Disney.
Dale Adrian Capistrano.
Julia Ann Hagan.
Paris Monet Christensen.
Marissa Nicole Hallett Chavez.
Taylor Nicole Scamilleri Cox.
Sean David Harper.
Brenda Monica Call Davis.
Michelle Eugene John.
Frank Thomas Decker.
Jose Eduardo Jorge Bueno.
Charlotte Rose Deutsch.
Eduardo Francis Lacala.
Caitlin Marissa Dudley.
Salome Manska.
Tori Jasmine Estes.
Marisol Alexandra Mendez.
Melissa Jocelyn Franco Aravello.
Guadalupe Raylene Mendoza.
Ariana Janviev.
Tess Charmaine Mulkey.
Joy Elizabeth Horton.
Kobe Dean Neuhaus.
Kimberly Page Hutner.
Amanda Daisy Newman.
James Bredd Nabahi Iverson.
Ryan Tuan On.
Aziza Jager.
Kayleen Ray Pecora.
Fatima Jiger.
Mitchell Lee Perilla.
Zachary Aaron Kappel.
Chelsea Janae Pumipot.
Sarah Ashley King.
Gabriel Planette.
Suamon Leosi.
Kimberlyn Ann Talbert.
Jessica Lamousse.
Giovanni Donovan Tejero.
Genevieve D. Lester.
Tanya Denise Toribio.
Jalen Jakeem Jarrell Leviston.
Liliana Guadalupe Trejo.
Ling Lin.
Brittany Michelle Velasquez.
Crystal Lopez Mencia.
Kristen Elaine Walker.
Alitza Valentinova Lukova.
Adam Marcus Zuro.
Sofia Alcantara Magno.
Caitlin Marie Ackerman.
Natasha Mercedes Montes Gomez.
Mallory Adams.
Lady Pino.
Marissa Rose Arnold.
James Arland Rowland.
Astrid Cruz Benson.
Natanya Mercedes Sabahan.
Riley Dawn Branham.
Shamir May Bernardo Sakasis.
Keaton James Collette.
Yanel Joanna Salazar.
Rebecca Ann Daly.
Shara Elizabeth Sinatra.
Lavidia Ilela Doss.
Seth David Singer.
Christina Danielle Edging.
Sierra Destiny Faith Sorensen.
Mackenzie Taylor Emery.
Sarah Christine Taylor.
Kristen Indri Ferguson.
Monica Mercedes Terrero.
Brianna Shalise Glantz.
Alyssa Noel Vidal.
Conde Alexander Jones.
Justin Scott Webb.
Caitlin May Casalo.
Haley Nicole Williams.
Jasmine Francine Marie Hoya.
Roxanne Beulah Lane Withers.
Morgan Patricia Keek.
Caitlin Diane Wally.
Shelby Robin Kobalecki.
Christopher Philip Zarati.
Peter Willem Lakasha.
Victoria Ann Almanzan.
Maria Antoinette Land.
Soraya Nicole Bennett.
Brianna Nicole Lejour.
Alicia Nina Castillo.
Matthew John Little.
William George Crumpacker.
Jordan Hoikaika Madogamy.
Heather Marie Feger.
Kayla Maureen May.
Patricia Ann Giroir.
Dawn Marie McCollum.
Sean Edward Jensen.
Miranda Marie Michaels.
Samantha Jean Kinsey.
Winter Lynn Moreno.
Clayton Cliff Nowers.
Janisha Monique Murphy.
Ashley Nicole Shadowin.
Marshall Joseph Morrow.
Spencer Colton Smith.
Mariah Kathleen Murphy.
Aaron Solano.
Janae Autrice Lucille Pennington.
Stefan Tismanezki.
Destiny Brianna Rodriguez.
Thomas Simeon Velasquez.
Zara Francesca Rosen.
Yifan Wang.
Adriana Christine Sarmiento.
Camden Steritz Weiss.
Austin James Shirley.
Austin Ryan White.
Alexandra Natasha Schultz.
Bethany Rose Edgel.
Lila Vanessa Velasquez.
Bryn Jackson.
Stephanie Marcel Boyd.
Han Kim.
Elsa Marie Louisiane Felger.
Molly Iris McClendon.
Jordan Kari Johnson.
Ashley Victoria Palmer.
Samantha Tomie Kishi.
Amanda Elaine Trombetti.
Amber Marie Rohrman.
Rachel Shelby Valdez. Shannon Rakoma Zayas. Camille Anna Lavia.
I now present to you Kayleen Manning and Ashley Stevens.
Will the class of 2012 please stand?
Okay, class of 2012. On the count of 3, wait until 3, take your right hand, put it on your tassel, and turn it to the left side, okay?
Are you ready? 1, 2, 3.
We're graduated!
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the 2012 graduating class of the Las Vegas Academy. Woo!
Thank you.